Welcome to the USA Education Journey, your guide to study in the USA step by step. Hey guys, welcome to the USA Education Journey, your guide to study in the USA step by step. In today's video, we have a special guest, Sagar, who is going to update us about the current situation of the H-1B visa status in the US. So without wasting any further time, let's invite Sagar. Hi Sagar, how are you?
Hey Chirag, how's it going?
All good, man. So, would you like to please tell us about yourself a bit?
Definitely. As we were talking on the offline, we were talking about the USA education and everything, and we talked about, in my experience, I've visited two different colleges, did my master's
Right.
from University of Texas at Dallas, also did my MBA
Correct.
from University of Massachusetts at Dartmouth. So I have a lot of friends and a lot of people who have been like coming from India. Apparently my wife also came on a visa, so I know a
Yeah.
lot back and forth about everything what's happening, so we can definitely dig deeper into that.
Right. So, how's your experience till now, like working in the US, like studying there? How do you think about it?
It's been, like, frankly speaking, it's been great. I've never worked in India. That's one of the drawbacks, so I do not have a lot of comparison to go with. So as soon as I did my undergrad, I came directly to United States. There were, to
Correct.
start off in the first 2 years, it was really difficult to
Right.
making people understand what the education level and quality was in India and how it can translate. It never happened initially, so there was
Correct.
a slight struggle with that. But after that, everyone knows, and there's a lot of stereotypes with Indians that we're good in technology and we can get the work done. So it helped me towards the end. uh, there is a complete cultural change when we say, like, okay, in India people always say taking a vacation or taking a day off is like a privilege where you talking to the managers and everyone trying to wait for approvals. Over
Right.
here in the United States, like, especially in my teams, wherever I work, it's like a right, and say that, okay, if I need a day off, I'm just informing, not asking for permission. That, people say, a lot of difference happens.
True that. So, would you like to tell the audience about the university that you attended in the US, and what was your field of study exactly?
So 2017 to 2019, I attended the University of Texas at Dallas. My family
Nice.
initially moved to Dallas, so the first university we were living right outside it, so let's just apply and use it. But
Right.
the university was pretty good. The ratings are, if you see, different programs have different ratings over here. So
Correct.
at University of Texas at Dallas, I chose the program of innovation and entrepreneurship, and mainly because of, like, there was a new thing which was coming. They were just getting backed by Blackstone and getting a lot of incubators in.
Hmm.
So with my background, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, so chose that. Let's gave me a lot of, what we say, perspective of actually learning business in the States and how people feel and how a lot of things which we were not, which we did not grew up with, and also which we were not aware of when we were growing up in India,
Right.
because there's a lot of
Right.
market difference, what sells, what does not sell, and who's actually the decision maker.
Totally makes sense.
So that
So,
was my
right now,
yeah, so that
I'm
was
so
my
sorry.
yeah, so that was my first college. The second one was doing MBA in University of Massachusetts at Dartmouth, and
Correct.
that was a completely different, what we say, experience. Not because from an education standpoint or a college standpoint everything was pretty, what we say, streamlined, and the way actually things work. The major
Right.
difference was going from state to state. There's a cultural shift from a standpoint of going from Texas to Massachusetts is a huge difference.
Makes sense. So, right now, what are you doing in the US? Is it work? Is it studies? Is it both? Please tell us.
So for me, what I've gone into the corporate side, I worked for startups. My most recent experience was with working 7 years at Walmart as a process improvement manager. Started from the stores, grew
Right.
up. ended up as a senior manager, and I left that. Came back to
Okay.
Dallas after my MBA,
Yeah.
and the major focus right now, I'm working on three different technology startups. One with AI,
Okay.
let's see how those go. There's a long way down the road with that. And
Yeah.
I have invested, and I'm a major investor in one of the nightclubs and a bar here in downtown Dallas. So that has been one of the major focus for me nowadays.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, let's come to the point, and I really want to know that what's your understanding with the new 100K fee for the H-1B visa, and what situation it is there right now?
It's so I'm going to answer those questions in a little bit of reverse, right? So the
Yeah.
first on what the field is about, I've been talking to a lot of my friends who are actually at a very senior level, 20, 25 years of experience, even some who has like 30, 35 years of experience.
Right.
The main thing which I've seen, and I'm looking at, you may have also been seeing everywhere on social media, everyone has their own personal take, what is happening. What
True.
I, coming from an process improvement and a strategy guy, what
Right.
I see is people are not looking at on a as a bigger picture and reading all the things which are associated. Like read a headline and everyone starts responding to a headline and not going in detail of what is happening. Someone needs with that big of a policy, every government, every company, or even if within our houses, right? If we're making a big decision, we make a decision and then we're figuring out how we move forward with it. Some of the timelines were there. What
Yeah.
people fear by reading the headline, and they're using it to because there's a sense of we don't know what's happening, which creates fear in it. And there's
Right.
a lot of fear mongering which is happening either by lawyers. Immigration lawyers are, well, I would say, one of the major concerns which for the people who are mongering fear because they want money and look, you hire me if you want to make sure you're safe from this $100,000, but that does not make sense. So if you read it in detail, it's actually for new hires. It's a
Okay.
one-time fees. What it, so essentially, in the nutshell, what we can say is instead of an application fees, which was $1,000 or $2,000, I exactly do not know those numbers, but it was in that particular range. Now the
Right.
application fees for a petition instead of $2,000 is $100,000 plus 2,000. That's the
Yep.
basic
Yep.
difference. So what they've done, what the US government has done is increase the application fees for someone applying for the specialty visa. And
Correct.
this is the whole nutshell of it.
All
And
right. All
a lot
right.
of fear mongering is with the whole geopolitical storms which is happening around the whole world. Everyone wants to put their agenda in front of others. So that
Right.
it just becomes like a political point where this is why they're happening, and there's a lot of fear mongering around it. That's
True
my
that.
point of view as a whole right now.
Oh, that's really nice for us, for the audience to get to know, because people from India or wherever across the globe who wants to study in the USA, it's really hard for them to understand, what the current situation is. So why do you think that the US government introduced this policy, and what problems are they trying to address with this new visa?
So there are like 3 to 4 problems which they're trying to tackle with this. And for some of those problems, we'll actually go in a lot of detail, and we might have to look at history on why some of those things are happening.
Right.
So, when this thing was implemented, the first problem, I won't say it a problem, but everyone said that, okay, H-1B visa is doing that and it's targeting Indians because 70% of Indians are on H-1B, or
Correct.
70% of H-1B are Indians.
Indians.
And
Yeah.
okay, that may be coincidence, that may not be coincidence. I don't want to get into a lot of political things, but this the things which were there, it has been in conversations since 2016, even before any of those political mishaps or whatever we say. So a couple of things which why
Right.
it's beneficial is, so H-1B originally when they were creating is actually called some sort of a genius visa or an Einstein visa. Oh, Einstein visa may be a
Okay.
different one, but what they say is like someone with an extraordinary capability, someone's a genius, Companies want it, research and development, cutting edge growth. We want
Right.
people, whoever can do that. And every country does that.
Right.
So you want the best talents, and there was a brain drain. We as Indians have been in the past and how creative we have been. So everyone who saw that, they all saw an opportunity to stack your cards against it. It's like doing gambling. How do you stack your
Right.
cards against the house? So they started doing
Right.
multiple applications. They started doing showing other boosted up resumes, boosted up thing, and that became like a consulting thing where anyone who graduates, the consulting companies, they use them as their own staff, pitches them to other companies, and that's how third party contracting, third party consultancies grew to an extent where it became there was favoritism involved, that us as Indians, we get the work done no matter if it's
Right.
gonna take me 4 hours or a 10-hour day. And that's why
Correct.
people complain a lot in India that okay, culturally we get the work done no matter what happens, which is not over
Of course.
here. And
Yeah.
what if and looking at from the startups and company standpoint, they're like, man, if I hire this one person, I'll be first of all, I will have to pay that person less. He'll
Right.
give me the work of two people that's gonna save me more money, and
Right.
I don't have to worry about it because there's someone, I'll get the work. And that's why a lot of companies also started taking advantage of it. And
Right.
when the law says like H-1B is supposed to be a genius visa, and you always have to give preference to someone who's in the United States, companies started doing, if for some person I have to pay in the United States $150,000 to actually be working on a particular project, I can get someone on H-1B or two people from H-1B, and the overall cost will be less than 120 or 130. That saves
Brilliant.
me money and that gets my work done. Last 4 years, illegal immigration became a problem. Number of people are over here who are here, that is becoming a problem. And there was a
True.
recent study done. United States is spending a lot of money, like more money on the outside and taking care of the people who are not part of the United States than for the people who are part of the United States. And there was an
Yep.
inbuilt grudginess and everything which was happening. What also happened,
Right.
even from my own personal experience, the caliber, which, because at the end, like it, instead of it being a genius visa and a caliber based visa, what it became was a lottery visa, that if I get to United States, if I study, I apply for it, if my luck is good, I'll get picked. And the what we call meritocracy or the caliber was basically not there. And the people who had caliber, they were left out because there was an inbuilt institutional corruptional problem of favoritism. I have
True.
faced that being a United States citizen. I There have been jobs where I was not hired versus there was favoritism. I won't say, I don't want to put it someone, but it is a fact. It is happening.
Wow. That's such a good insight for the newcomers.
So, coming to the next question, what I have in mind is from what you have experienced, how might this fee affect the people who are trying to move to the USA on H-1B for the first time?
So there are two ways to get H-1B for
Right.
someone who's from outside and basic. So there's one way is you apply by being in India, you've done so much research, and someone says, okay, I want that particular person to be working for me. And
Right.
I want his technology, his mind to be here. So what I'll do is from the States, I'll apply and I'll directly get him to the States if that visa gets approved and all
Correct.
the paperwork gets done. The other way, which they're trying to curb, is, well, how can I, like, you get a student visa, you come here, you apply for it, and it's a lottery system.
Right.
What's gonna happen, and it's like a company who wants a talented person and who actually wants that particular job getting done in the right fashion, they will still apply for it. And what people have not understood, and I saw a few videos on social media, and a lot of people like claiming, taking up their flags and trying to be like a basic reformist and a revolutionist, and saying that we I paid so much, why should I be paying $100,000 extra? Like, That's where people don't understand. No one's paying $100,000 extra. The company who wants you, it's an application fees for them. The government
Right.
is not asking the candidates to pay 100,000. And that's where the difference is. Who actually pays for it? And now people say they're going to curb down the hiring. Yes, they're going to curb down the hiring, but what they're going to do is, uh, they will focus a lot more on merit. Do I actually need him? And that's where the whole issue is. I want a good person who actually has a lot of knowledge and who can actually impart value to my company to be applying for it
Right.
rather than anyone coming in. I've literally seen people in an executive MBA program trying to give out a presentation, could not speak 2 lines of English, created a presentation on a blue background and a blue text.
Wow. Yeah.
So the level of caliber which is in the market is going down
Right.
and down. And actually, the people who also had caliber, they can't get admitted because someone else has already taken their jobs. Someone who actually has caliber are not getting the type of salary which they should be getting.
Right.
So someone because what they want, they will lowball it to an extent where no one could survive off of that particular value, but they don't care about it because they just want visa status to be maintained.
Yep. So I had one more question in mind that there has been a clarification that the fee doesn't apply to the existing visa holders or renewals. But how clear is that in practice? Like, you know?
So everything will be like there's a cycle which is happening. There are 2 to 3 different departments. Original headline did not mention it's a one-time fees or if it's gonna change. It's a
Right.
constantly fluid changing thing. What we
Correct.
have to see is it's gonna, and it's a fact everyone knows, without H-1Bs and the cutting edge platform, Silicon Valley will fail.
Right.
Everyone knows it. They
Right.
will not let it happen. But all the US government asks is either you pay them extra and be, if you're coming to our country, you should be paid extra. We should be taking care of you. It should not be like you going back in debt and trying to do illegal things.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
pay
Yeah.
someone extra, they don't do illegal things. That prevents the illegal immigration side of it. That
Right.
helps.
Right.
So, on the clarity standpoint, the most clarification happened from our need to find out what exactly. I'll send you that clipping. It is right
Please
as of
do.
right now. It is a one-time fees. It's an application fees. Any new application which will go through companies when they file it, they'll have to pay that much, and that's the whole part of it. So it's a one-time application. Anyone who already has H1 right now, it does not apply to them. I have my friends in India right now on H-1B trying to get the renewals done. No problems for them. There's no restriction. All they
Okay.
ask for is make sure you have all the documents in line.
True, true. So here's the last question which I wanted to ask. Like, based on your journey and what you know, what advice would you give to someone in your hometown who's just beginning the H-1B application process under the new rules? What should they do and what shouldn't they do to come to the US?
So H-1B application process is not a candidate driven, it's a company driven process. So if a company has already
Right.
hired a person, they'll get with their lawyers and their lawyering team and they'll get all that information in. Make sure every document and everything which you say is truthful and all the documents are in order. So anyone who's trying to come to the United States and hoping for H1, the first process for them is to get an F1, which is like a student visa.
Okay.
One thing people don't understand a lot, I know we have just 1.5 minutes, and I'll close by saying the kind of education which is abroad and from the South Asian countries or from India is a very different type of education we have in the United States. And we
Okay.
slack when it happens. The
Right.
education in the United States is a lot more based on critical thinking and case studies. You're basically going to college 9 hour a week and
Right.
split into 3 to 4 classes. Whereas
Right.
in India, every day it was 9 hour classes.
True. True.
That's
True.
what the
True.
difference. So, and in India, a lot of people relied on there will be campus placements. Does not happen. They do get companies on campuses, but it's your personal thing. If someone is actually personally motivated, he knows he can do it, and he won't be bothered by distractions. Yes, it's a good thing, because everything, no one in the States is going to hold someone's hand and guide you.
That's true, man. That's true. Thank you so much, Sagar, for your time. And I
Thank you,
hope by
Chirag.
seeing this video, people who really wish to, study there or maybe work there, they'll definitely get some insight, and this would be helpful. And we'll try to share this video with as many people as possible. And thank you for the time. I'm going to see you in another one.
See you,
And till
bud.
that time, guys, uh, do the right thing, choose the right courses, and make the right choice. We're going to see you guys in another one. Till that time, take care and peace out.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for watching the video till the end, and I hope this video provided a beautiful insight about the current situation about the H-1B visa in the US, and we wish to see you guys in another video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, that would mean a lot, and share this video with everyone who is thinking to study in the US. Take care and peace out.